If you go around North Queensland, you'll see a lot of sheds. We do have lots of them about, and they've got all sorts of exciting things inside. What's in your shed? Maybe it's a while since you've cleaned it out and had a good look around, but there's one new shed which is taking shape in North Queensland, and you can help with this one because what's inside is very unusual. Instead of finding the mower or some tools and things like that, you might find some very important instruments, cymbals, tubas, all sorts of things. They're all the instruments from the Great Barrier Reef Orchestra, and they're looking for a place to house these important pieces of musical equipment in a climate-controlled facility. But they need your help. Janet Askern is a member of the team for the Great Barrier Reef Orchestra and is with us this morning. Janet, it's good to see you again. How are you?
Good morning, Michael.
Thanks for popping in. Now, when we talk about a shed, it's not something you just knock up in a few over the weekend or something and just store things in there. This is a special kind of shed, isn't it?
This is a special kind of shed. Over the 25 years that the orchestra has been within our community, they've managed to collect and to own over $300,000 worth of very precious assets, and that's instruments, equipment to produce a concert with a symphony orchestra. So up until now, we've relied on finding a place to store these instruments in not ideal situations, and currently we are paying huge amounts of money on a rental facility, which we can't sustain. So we're building a shed. I call it the shed, but my colleagues tell me it's a climate-controlled facility.
That's a better phrase, isn't it?
Well, it is, but I think most North Queenslanders can relate to the shed.
Yeah.
This is just such a very special shed. It's a climate-controlled facility that will enable us to store these instruments in the way in which they need to be stored without having that deterioration, certainly from our heat here in North Queensland.
I can imagine humidity does terrible things to instruments as well, does it?
Absolutely. So this climate control shed, and there's two versions of it. There's the wonderful state-of-the-art facility that I will be building down the future when I raise the money. At the moment, we have a very the basic shed where they're putting up, which is a air-conditioned shed, which will be maintained at 25 degrees throughout that period of time. And this will provide us with a facility that enables those instruments to be stored and maintained so that when the time comes for us to use them in a concert, which is coming up in a week's time, we can actually take them with them in the trailer, the specially climate-controlled trailer that we store as well.
Oh, there would be a climate-controlled trailer. I love this. This is fantastic. And you showed me the list before of the instruments. I mean, we're not just talking about a few violins.
Oh, no. If you imagine the orchestra, a symphony orchestra, we've all seen those big cymbals and people, they clap them. I'm not a musician, so I'm very basic here. The huge big drums, the xylophones, the tubular bells, and
yes,
they're usually at the back of the orchestra, so we can hear them constantly, hear the wonderful sounds that they make, but or the music that they make.
Double bass, oboes, all those sorts of things. They're huge sometimes, aren't they?
Yeah. But we also have specialty equipment, for example, cello chairs, so that the people playing cello, they have a special chair that enables them to sit correctly and be able to produce the fine music. They do double bass chairs. There's frameworks that go behind the brass section that actually allows the sounds to be sent out to the audience. All sorts of equipment, but more importantly is the storage of these really expensive instruments. For example, one of the big bass drums costs $55,000, and then there's a case that goes with it. We have a lovely harp that's worth $55,000. At the moment, it's stored in somebody's home in an air-conditioned facility. The state-of-art facility that we will build eventually down the track will enable that harp to be stored there. But of course, we like our instruments to be played.
Yeah, of course. And the role of the orchestra has become so much more important now in recent years. You have so many shows. We know the festival doesn't come here anymore. It is just so important to have these shows with our orchestra. And Janet, you mentioned you've got these big dreams of a bigger facility and you want our help to do this. So you've got a campaign underway. What are you wanting us to do?
Well, Michael, we need to be out of our rented facility by the 1st of June. So we're in the process now of building the shed, which is going to cost us, for the basic shed, is $100,000. So I've taken it upon myself that I want to raise $1,100 donations in 100 days. Mm-hmm. It's taken off slowly, but I feel confident within our community. It is a community orchestra. It belongs to Townsville, belongs to North Queensland in reality. And even though times are really tough at the moment for lots of people, but I'm just asking the wider community, please come and help me build my shed. I'm putting my name on it at the moment, but it is for the benefit of the Townsville community. Once we have this basic shed, which will be completed at the end of May, it will be open to maybe a library for other instruments.
Oh, look, that just sounds wonderful, and there's so much support for the arts community. I'm sure you'll reach this. As you said, 1,000 donations of $100 in 100 days. If people want to help out, how do they do that? How do we get these donations to you?
Go to the website for the Great Barrier Reef Orchestra, and there's a page there, Support Us Now, and it's a very simple process of bringing your credit card to it, or you can donate it directly into our bank account.
It's as simple as that.
We really will appreciate every little amount that's given.
Let's build Janet's big shed. Let's make it happen. This is such a good thing. And 1,000 donations of $100 within 100 days. I love that idea because, as you said, Janet Askern, it's about the Barrier Reef Orchestra, the Great Barrier Reef Orchestra, giving us all of that wonderful music. And that is only a few weeks away because your latest show, Rhythm and Reverie, is happening on the 28th of this month. So it's very soon.
Next Saturday night. At the Denise Glasgow Auditorium, which is at Pimlico High School, starting at 5:30 in the afternoon. It's going to be a fantastic concert and featuring the clarinetist.
You're going to have David Griffiths.
David Griffiths,
he's going to be there. And Richard Davis is your guest conductor.
That's correct as well. And of course, with our volunteer musicians and players within the Great Barrier Reef Orchestra, and they're going to have they are having a lot of fun rehearsing the program at the moment.
That is going to be a great show. It's at the Denise Glasgow Performing Arts Centre, such a beautiful venue. Rhythm and Reverie on the 28th. It's a Saturday, 5:30 start time. Get your tickets for the Great Barrier Reef Orchestra. Ahead of a big year, Theodore Kuchar is returning to give us more music, and even Graham Connors is going to be joining up with you later on this year.
That shows the diversity of the orchestra. It's Townsville's Community Symphony Orchestra, but we are so diverse in our repertoire, and of course we'll welcome all our guest conductors and soloists into our community.
Oh, look, I love this, and I just want to say a big thank you to everyone in the orchestra, all the players, of course, but also members like yourself, Janet, who make sure that we've got this music to enjoy. It is so important for our community, and as you said, 1,000 donations of $100 within 100 days. That's the challenge that's put out there, and to help that shed become a reality, because we want all those instruments to be housed in the right way so that they sound fantastic. I had an old guitar years ago and the strings all popped, so I didn't store that carefully, so we need to make sure that we store all of these items very, very well. Janet, thanks for being with us this morning. We'll follow the progress.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you so much. And just reiterating, go to our webpage, the Great Barrier Reef Orchestra webpage. You'll find a place to make the donations, but also buy your ticket for our next concert next Saturday night from Ticket Shop.
Exactly, and you'll find all the other details of the shows that are coming up as well. It's a big year for the Great Barrier Reef Orchestra and a wonderful way to keep the music playing.